My name is Joe McGivern. I'm a city councilor. Our president, Todd McGee, because of a family last-minute commitment, cannot make it this evening. So with the permission of the city council, they can find someone else to run the meeting.
We'll let you do it, Joe. Counselor? Senior man.
Our rules state that the senior person opens up, not the oldest person, the senior person opens up the meeting, and then it's the choice of the council who can fill in for the president. We are going to be on cable access television live. We are being zoomed and recorded through Zoom. We are going to be streamed. And of course, for everybody in the chambers, we are live here in the chambers. Our first order of business is a special meeting called by Mayor Garcia. We received a communication dated April 24th through the city clerk that on May 16th at 6:30 p.m. in the City Council chambers, a special meeting will be called for the purpose of the State of the City address and the presenting of the proposed fiscal 2024 city budget. We'd like to have the clerk call the roll for all those present. I think I'm the clerk.
Where's the clerk? Yeah.
Yeah.
One at all.
Todd didn't tell me that part, you know. All right. Councilor Gibner.
Here.
Councilor McGivern is here. Councilor Tallman.
Here.
Councilor Murphy Ramboletti.
Here.
Councilor Juan Anderson Burgos.
Here.
On Zoom, Councilor Will Plello.
Here.
Councilor Rivera, Jenny Rivera.
Here.
Councilor Israel Rivera.
Here.
Councilor Maldonado Rivera.
Alas.
All right, I got the Riveras all moved up, okay?
All good, it's all good. It's somewhere in my family.
Velez.
Here.
I was only kidding that time, you know. Councilor Bartley will be joining us shortly. Councilor Bacon.
Here.
Councilor Jordan.
Here.
It was with my pleasure that I introduced for the state of the address of the city of Holyoke and the presentation of the fiscal 2024 budget, Mayor Josh Garcia.
Got it. What's up, everybody?
How you doing, Mayor?
All right. Let me begin by first thanking the members of the Holyoke City Council for welcoming me tonight. It's been an incredible honor and real privilege to work with each and every one of you. And together, I believe that we have been showing how smart local government can function. Let me also thank all of our incredible city staff, most of who are in the audience today. All our staff at all levels in every department. In a culture that too often rewards endless conflict and drama, you carry out the cherished task of keeping our government running smoothly, of ensuring that the people we serve have access to the services that they rely on, and you indeed exemplify the ordinary, everyday heroism that keeps our democracy here in the city of Holyoke alive. Thanks also to my wife, Stephanie, who's not here at the moment because she's out working with our young people. Her love, support, and her patience gives me the strength to do this job. And lastly, I want to thank the people of Holyoke, not only for the trust that they've placed in the elected officials in this chamber, but for their daily acts of love, kindness, and selflessness that make Holyoke such a special place to live. I'm thinking of the neighbors who rally around a community member when hardship strikes, the parents who teach their kids to be brave and kind, and the citizens who, despite the passion of their beliefs, find it in their hearts to consider someone else's perspective. And in my view, the role of government is to help give you all a fair shot, to ease your burdens, to make investments that will support your success and the success of generations to come. For the past year, that's exactly what those of us, all of us in this chamber, have done. When I addressed you last year, we were still just inching our way toward a new post-pandemic reality. We'd pivoted from a crisis to recovery, and the question we faced was exactly what kind of Holyoke we would become in the wake of the pandemic. Would we become a Holyoke that understood how much we all need each other? A Holyoke where we're willing to shoulder each other's burdens and respond to crisis with kindness and grace? Would we become a Holyoke that took care of its fiscal house and planned for a better future? would we become a Holyoke that had a place for everybody, where everyone can come here and enjoy a decent quality of life? The work of this past year answered all of these questions, and the answer is a resounding yes. So tonight we can say with confidence that the state of our city is strong. Our local economy keeps roaring back. After years of decline, the manufacturing sector, it is back and as vital as ever. Our mills, long silent, now hum with the sound of new industries. Cannabis cultivation and retail continues to be a major boon to the local economy, and the excise taxes and host fees that this industry brings remain a major source of revenue for our local budget. But if our economic past has taught us anything at all, it's that we can't place all of our economic hopes in one industry. We need to be thinking about the long term and about how we build upon our recent progress as we shape a prosperous and, more importantly, a sustainable future. The good news is that we already have a wide range of industries right here in Holyoke, some of which are having a global impact. It's no exaggeration to say that Holyoke is indeed on the world stage. These industries are also growing and contributing to our tax base, whether through tax payments and some of which through pilot agreements that we've been focused on negotiating. Our unique assets also make us an attractive spot for the industries of the future. Already, we're hearing from companies with an interest in the hydropower capabilities of our dam and canals. Holyoke stands ready to lead the way into a green energy future. And to any business looking to set up here in Holyoke, our record is clear. You can thrive here, and you can most certainly grow here. Holyoke may be a small city, but ever since our founding, we've always punched above our weight. Our local economy has had an influence around the world. Our cultural events draw thousands from the region and beyond to our community, and our politics always seem to be of an interest of folks across the state. Honestly, who can blame them? There's never a dull moment in Holyoke when it comes to politics. Today is indeed a new chapter in the city's history. We're making our mark once again. We're in a stronger position than we've been in decades, which gives us the little bit of flexibility we need to improve critical services, to invest in our capital, and to plan for our future. And a major reason for that is because of what we've done together with the members of this council to shore up our financial house and strengthen internal controls and how we manage our resources. Just last month, Standard & Poor's affirmed its A+ bond rating for Holyoke. And according to its report, it did so because of our strong budgetary performance and our focus on cost-saving initiatives and long-term planning. And we still got so much more to do. I said it last year, and I'm happy to be able to say it again. I think we're doing all right, folks. We should feel good about our progress, but the worst thing we can do is become complacent. If my time in office has had one unifying, overarching goal, it's been this: strengthen our internal financial controls. That remains my number one priority, and this city of Holyoke faces many challenges, and our ability to address any of them relies heavily on having our financial house in order. That's the foundation upon which we will build a stronger, more inclusive, and more just city. That's why in this budget, I'm funding a new city position, a Chief Financial Administrative Officer, CAFO for short. Creating this position is the logical next step in our efforts to clean up our fiscal house, build on our progress, and avoid going backwards. And it's consistent with recommendations made by the Massachusetts Division of Local Services, and they have been making this recommendation to City Holyoke through their financial management reviews for the past 15 years. Here's why this position is important. As of today, we're still operating within an antiquated financial system. We haven't really evolved within the times, and that's not just my opinion, that's the objective analysis of rating agencies and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I strongly believe the CAFO would help us change that, contribute to what we've done to date, and improve. The position would be filled by an expert in municipal finance whose main responsibility is to streamline internal processes. The CAFO will make sure revenues are getting collected and appropriately posted, and present us with a more precise financial forecast and manage a capital plan. Our financial staff here in the City Hall has done an amazing work within the existing system that's not at all designed for their success. The progress we've made is a testament to their hard work, but Holyoke's financial future can't simply rely on the efforts of particular individuals. We need to focus on building a better system, and I believe adopting the CAFO position will help us ensure continuity across administrations and across generations. It will help future mayors, no matter what mayor is in this position. It'll help future city councilors to be better informed about city finances and therefore better equipped to make smart decisions about the city's future. So let's invest in ourselves and our financial future, and please consider supporting this position. This position is just part of the budget I'm presenting tonight. Just as I did last year, I'm presenting a budget that's once again in a surplus. As of today, that surplus is about $1.2 million, and we're continuing to take fiscally responsible approach, combining conservative budget controls and alternative revenue sources, and once again, we're doing this without reducing the services that the people of this city rely on. Incremental progress. For those of you at home, let me tell you in concrete terms exactly what that means for your life. Your trash and recycling will still get picked up. Your local parks will still be maintained, and when it snows, your street will still be plowed. Although I gotta say, we haven't really figured out how to prevent snowplow from pushing back into people's driveway, but we're working on that. Emergency services will respond when you need it, and it also means that for the first time in 15 years, your local police department should be fully staffed. Here's what else this budget means for folks at home. Your local government has a renewed ability to make capital investments and improve the quality of life throughout the city. We have roads, sidewalk, and water line repairs that are well underway. And thanks to the once-in-a-generation influx of revenue from ARPA funds, we are making long overdue investments in our government infrastructure. There's no reason that a 21st century local government should be hamstrung by an IT system of the 90s. So we've used ARPA funds to update our IT infrastructure and so much more that's in the pipeline. And we're not finished there. City Hall, the DPW building, the City Hall Annex, and even these council chambers will be getting much needed upgrades. And when all said is done, we'll have made $10 million in capital upgrades, all at no additional cost to the Holyoke taxpayers. These investments are all signs of a healthy, self-respecting community. We're all proud of this place. We believe in this place, and we're willing to commit resources to improve this place. But all of these investments, as worthy as they are, will mean very little for the future prosperity if we don't act to make one more very crucial investment. It's time that we build this new middle school. 4 years ago, our city had a passionate and sometimes contentious debate about whether to approve a debt exclusion override to cover the cost of building 2 new middle schools. The question was put out to the voters, and the voters made their preference known. While few doubted the importance of building new schools, folks had concerns about our city's ability to pay for this project, rightfully so. Some questioned whether Holyoke's taxpayers could afford an additional tax burden to schools. For that reason, the schools, they were voted down. And regardless of how anybody voted on that question, we can all agree that Holyoke needs a new middle school. The need has only become more urgent since the voters last considered this question. So where does that leave us today? It leaves us with an antiquated and inefficient middle school building not appropriately designed for the city's young people. It leaves us, our young people, without a state-of-the-art facility to support a full and rich middle school experience. This, in turn, has ripple effects in every realm of our city's life, and we can never reach our full potential until we finally guarantee a world-class education to all of our students. But fortunately, right now, we can do something about that. We have before us a plan that we can all embrace, one that transforms the school district without burdening taxpayers. The state has committed to pay $46 million to build 1 new middle school in Holyoke. In the coming weeks, the City Council will consider whether to approve our city's share of the funding $40 million stretched over 30 years. Let's be very clear about what this means, folks. We can build this school without a debt exclusion override, which means we can build it without another voter referendum. We can build a new middle school within the parameters of our current city budget, but we do not have the luxury of kicking this can down the road any further. When the Massachusetts School Building Authority convenes next month, they will vote to approve their share of the funding, but they cannot proceed without the action on our part. If the council authorizes the funding, the MSBA can act, and we can get the bid out and potentially begin this project by the fall. This can all be underway by the fall, and it's up to us. This has been a long time coming, and after years of debate and deliberation of planning and preparing, we're ready to make a life-changing investment in our students. The path before us is one of unity, collaboration, and redemption. And it's a path toward the goal we're all actively working for, and a goal that's well within our reach. And that goal is local control of our schools. I encourage every member of our council to please vote to authorize this funding. Please give me the unanimous support so that we can show our young people that we care about their future. Now tonight, I've described just a few of the challenges we face. There is more work to do, whether it's implementing our solution for lifting the natural gas moratorium or addressing the combined sewer overflow, also known as the CSO long-term control plan. Together, between the mayor's office and the council, I know we'll be able to weather this and get the things that we need to do done. As we do this work, investing in our schools, strengthening internal controls, investing in our capital, let's remember what an awesome privilege it is to work on behalf of the city we all love. I had the occasion to reflect on this just a few weeks ago when I participated in the official dedication of our city hall. It's strange when you think about it. Construction on this magnificent building, this cathedral of democracy, was completed more than 148 years ago. And for reasons unknown, a formal dedication never took place to our knowledge. So this year, on the 150th anniversary of Holyoke's incorporation as a city, we got together and we finished the job. And serving as your mayor, spending countless hours here in this building, it affords an interesting perspective on time, history, and human effort. I wonder if the laborers who painstakingly pieced this building together could have imagined that all these years later, we would still stand in awe of what they gave us. That we would get together on a crisp spring day, not only to dedicate what they built, but to sanctify the work that takes place within the walls. That should teach us a little something about the work we do and what it means, because long after we're gone, long after the little dramas and conflicts of our day have faded from memory, it's going to be our work that will speak for all of us. Our legacy is going to be what we worked together and built. So let's all bear this in mind. There are robust debates still to be had, but let's not lose sight of the fact that we're partners in a common effort. Let's remember that we're all just passing through, that we serve here for a short while in the hope that our efforts might be fruitful for the thousands of Holyokers who will live after us. Let us strive always to let love motivate the work that each and every one of us do every single day. And if we can do that, I have no doubt that 150 years from now, our work will speak for us. Our love for this city will endure, and the people of Holyoke will feel blessed to call this city their home. May God bless you all. May God bless the work that we all do here, and thank you so much. I am very much looking forward in the next couple weeks meeting with every department head to comb over this budget and bring forward to the people of Holyoke what they deserve. Thank you.
Before we adjourn the special meeting, just quickly, the chair would entertain a motion to receive the budget laid on the table. Our president informed me that he will set up at least 3 budget hearings to invite department heads in one by one to talk about their proposed budgets, to ask questions, and then a special meeting to act on the budget before our 45-day period. It's a blessing tonight that the mayor not only gave us a great state of the city address, but a budget with well more than 45 days left in the fiscal year. I think it's one of the well-presented budgets in a time frame that allows us to do our work. So if the chair would entertain that motion just to lay on the table.
Make a motion to lay the budget on the table and adjourn the meeting.
Motion made second, we lay the budget on the table. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? So moved. We can adjourn the special,
Motion to adjourn the
Adjourn.
special
motion made
meeting.
second to adjourn the special
Second.
meeting.
Second.
Say about 7 minutes, we'll come back for our regular meeting.